So please welcome the first speaker, Mr. Yasha.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here. I'm quite flattered because Yossi was holding a phone with my picture on it for the last hour. Nobody has ever done that before, so that's actually very cool. It's my first time, and thank you, Miss Christine, for dragging me down here. She's like, everybody should learn from her, and just trying to get people to do whatever. You know, she's very good at that. That's a compliment. So, Yossi was talking about inspiring, but I think before we want to inspire anything, you have to conspire. You have to learn this conspiracy thing, because that's actually what I do. I'm not an athlete. I'm just a bit skinny, I guess, for most people my age, but I am not an athlete. I was not really an athlete when I was your age. I'm just slightly older now, but just slightly. Just more mature, right? More mature. So then we don't just want to conspire. We want to conspire for a better Indonesia and do what we can. And it just happened to be it's related to sports, but sports as a lifestyle. So sometimes we ask, who are we? What is it? What is that we do? Who am I? These are the questions that I used to ask myself when I was, in college. Like, why am I going to? Why even I'm doing this? I don't like my school. I don't like my classmates. But there's a lot of thinking. Like, what is this? What is that? There's so many theories out there. There's so many things you want to think about that really probably don't matter at the end of the day. And back then, when I was your age, I can't really Google, about these things. There's so many limited resources. You just kind of have to wing things. So this is pretty much what I thought about, when I was. This was, I guess, it's 94, 95. I was thinking about Nirvana. I was thinking about Reality Bites. This is a movie that I kind of liked back then, because it's about people. They actually went to University of Houston. Did you know that? And they went to school, they graduated, and they have no idea what they were doing. So that was actually one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. And I was talking about basketball and just drinking, right? Because I was under 21. So in the United States, if you didn't know already, you can't really drink alcohol until you're 21. So when you actually get to drink, it's so cool. And you want to sit around and talk about, sit around and drinking coffee and think about art. That's the melting clock, by the way. Anybody know who actually painted that? Anybody? Do you know? All right, you can Google that melting clock thing. You know, right? Yeah. So, but there's always that feeling, being abroad, there's always that feeling about home. This in the archipelago, you're away, but you you can't really disconnect yourself from it. I'm sure the guys should also share the same feeling. And being there, and you always remember this guy as well. You ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. It's always in my head. I don't know what yet, because I was 18, 19. So 20 years later, fast forward, I'm a rock star. Yeah. So in a certain field, I'm not like a rock star on stage, but I have my own stage. Everybody can create their own stage. Just how crazy you want to be. So now we live on a speed lane, of course. Like everything moves so fast, especially nowadays. This is the 21st century. We always just to read things about 21st century, but we're here. Everything moves so fast. You got I think the internet has so much to do with it. And although we're moving very slowly in traffic, but everything else moves so fast. Everything moves so slowly around here, especially around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in this area. Hanglakir. Terrific. And we try to move up in life. See, I have so many pictures of myself. That's what I do in my spare time. And you want to build a career. So if you want to just... I used to work for a radio station, and you can look me up on LinkedIn. No, that's my current title, by the way. I'm doing overseas development. I worked on Metro TV for a little bit. This was taken on my last day, and after I watched Anchorman, so it was kind of like, it's like, say So it was a joke, but I actually did that. And now I do a lot of branding stuff, and I also, this is what I do now. I just got back from the UK. These are our UK partners, these two guys. And I was also in Abuja, in Nigeria. We're working on some projects there. So what we're doing now is that we're going abroad as opposed to working for companies that have representative here. So we're opening representative out there. So we're finally exporting, our creative products abroad. So, and you guys can come with me. So, hey, you know what? You can drop me an email or just add me on LinkedIn. Maybe, I think soon I'll be needing minions. I think that'd be nice. Anyway, so we go back to the question. So, who am I? And is there a higher purpose? Higher purpose sounds a bit too out there, but so we want to conspire to make things better and be the change. And I actually found it in running. It's actually funny because I was, like I said, I was never very athletic. I was smoking until 2008-ish. Yeah, I quit smoking in 2009, I think, and just adopted a lifestyle. And I think there was something more to this than just a sport. And I felt that, aside from just actually doing the running part, you want to get other people to join, get your friends to do it, get your family, which is always very hard. It's better off you to get your friends to do it. And it's beyond sharing. It's not just talking about this, but you want to strategically create, develop, and manage a movement. It wasn't a movement before. It is now. Actually, tonight, if you watch Metro TV at 8 p.m., it's going to be on Mata Najwa. And it's part of the inspiring movements that's happening in Indonesia. So check it out. I'm not on there because I was out of town, but other friends will be there. So, so this is what we do. People always have been running since I was a kid. As far as I know, people have been running, but there's no title to it. Using what we know, people like titles, people like little brands, people like to brand their activities. So we just start calling Lari Minggu Pagi as Sunday morning run. Ooh, it sounds a lot cooler, doesn't it? And then we make these little badges so people can share on social media. You can put it on your BlackBerry profile picture. Back then people were still using BlackBerry. You can put it on WhatsApp. You can just forward it to your friends like, hey, you want to go? Send this out. And then one day there was a Hari Batik Nasional, and we just start sending out these things like, hey, come on Sunday. We run wearing batik, and even send an invitation to media, and they cover the whole thing. As simple as that. And Thursday night run, people have been running in the evening, for so long. When I just got back to Jakarta in 2000, people were already running, people were already senam-senam lah segala macam in GBK, but there's no title. It was organized, but not branded. So this is where I come in. See? Yeah. You put a face to it, you put a symbol, it becomes something else. Now people start like, oh yeah, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to CFD. What's CFD? Oh, car free day. And what's there? Oh, there's Sunday morning run. Oh, that's so awesome. It's so cool. I want to do that too. And we also do things like Gongsi Fajai run. We do Christmas run, New Year run. We run at the zoo. And people actually like to run at the zoo because at the zoo, when you go at 6:30 in the morning, people are not having picnics yet. So that's actually kind of nice. Anybody been to Ragunan Zoo? Yeah? Like recently? Or Raphael? Raphael met his turtle friends there. Leonardo, Michelangelo, and who's the other one? Yeah. Just even Santa hats. This is what we do. We call the media, we take the picture, we distribute it. It's so easy now that, to start a movement using social media, because once you put it on your page, everybody sees it. Now everybody's into Path too, so this also still can be done. Thursday night run, we worked together with FX, so FX was actually kind of empty when we started out, and we asked them like, hey, can we occupy your space a little bit here in front so we can like hang out and not kick us out? And they're like, okay, yeah. And then now this is when we just started. Now we have at least 100 people every Thursday night being there. And not only that, it's not about just getting people there, but the route that we go to, we consciously made the decision to run out along Sudirman so people in traffic can see us run wearing bright clothes. It's to make a statement that, hey, while you're sitting in traffic, other people are running. That's the statement we want to make. And it's very easy because there's this trend, there's wealthy. So good health is now as important to consumers as having the biggest, newest, shiniest status symbol. So it's also a status symbol. We knew this wave was coming globally. It's a matter of when it's going to happen in Indonesia. I think we did what Sukarno and Hatta did in 1945, proklamasi Indonesia. There's like big changes happening in the world. We just proclaim it. All right, it's here now. It's a movement. That's what we do. And we consciously try to collaborate with big brands such as WWF Indonesia. So we asked them like, hey, can we do something? So we did an online contest that was intended to raise awareness about the Badak Jawa, the Jawa rhino, and more than 100 people got to go for free and run a 10K in Ujung Kulon. Everything was paid for by WWF, and we also ended up in their annual report. It was also a big deal, and we got the news. Now Indo Runners and WWF, same level, partners. That's what we want to do. So just putting your brand at that association is very important, because this is how people view communities. Brands view communities as just people who just hang out together and just do things together, and then they're gone. So what happens is brands tend to invite people to make their events rame. They invite people. Oh yeah, we'll provide you with free shirts and we'll give you free drinks, and then acaranya rame. But we don't want that. We want quality partners. So we got all these guys working together because we select them based on how they can make the movement more visible and stronger. So we work with all these brands for just different areas, and we get all the media coverage. There was a time in which in at least a week we get at least 2 media come in and cover our events. Not just, actually they're not really events, they're just activities that we do. And people always come on Thursday night, and the journalists like, hey, they always ask the same question, and we just have to pretend that we never heard the question before, right? It's like, is it dangerous to run at night? They always ask the same questions, but that's cool because we have we have 250 million people in Indonesia that may not have seen the other news coverage. So, we take that in gladly. So we do so many photo shoots, so our guys are, they like to pose, right? All right, that's me. So we call it the running virus, and we want to infect everyone with it. So hey, we made a movie, it's Mari Lari. If you haven't seen it, I'll send you the link on UCTV, and I may give you a prize if you can guess how many times I appeared in a film. It's tricky though. It's tricky because I do the Sherlock Holmes thing. I do the cameo, different characters. Sometimes it's like Eddie Murphy kind of thing. So, and always show people that it is an experience that cannot be explained with words. I'm sure Miss Christine knows this area very much. Yeah, that's East Germany. That's West Germany. West Berlin, I'm sorry. Yeah, and you still get to party because it's a lifestyle, And so, now it's time to ask yourself, how will you conspire? I did it with what I know. So That's it. So it's not really about sports. Surprise. Are we doing?